It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, January 21st, 2019, and it is 7 a.m. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Where's your whoop whoop?
It's too cold for him to whoop this morning.
Good morning and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host. Along with Bob Recktenwald and Scooter Callis this morning. And wow, here we are, January 21st. How's everybody doing after the weekend?
Cold.
Cold?
It was a chilly weekend. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Not chilly.
Cold.
All right, I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one.
And where the wind was blowing 40 miles an hour, it was
cold.
Dang cold.
I hear you.
It was cold. Still is. We're looking at 18 degrees right now. We'll get to the weather here in just a minute.
Oh, it's warmed up.
Yeah, it has. Wow, heat wave here. Boy, remember last year we were like 0 and 2 and 3, and I think I'm ready for warmer weather. I mean, the snow was nice on Saturday. You know, it came through, had some snow.
Unless you're driving in it.
Oh, did you drive it? Have to drive it? Yeah, both of y'all did.
Yeah,
didn't you?
we're both out
Did you go
running
north
around.
or south?
I was northwest.
How was it?
It was good till you got to Harrison.
Really?
Then from Harrison to other side of Alpena, it was a little shady. And then when you got into Fayetteville, it was ice.
Did you stay in Arkansas or go into Oklahoma?
No, I stayed in Arkansas.
Did you? Yeah.
I was all right coming back, except for right there in Berryville. Getting out of there, we got a little hairy. But then
you were Springfield or Stockton?
No, I was in Berryville.
Oh.
Amanda and the youth team was up in Willard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they pretty much had clear roads by then. I mean, I got to admit, they cleared them out pretty good. I was watching.
Well, it was kind of a heavy wet snow here.
It was really heavy and wet in Harrison.
Was it?
Yeah. But when we left here, it was, oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Dollar-sized pancakes.
What time did you leave Saturday morning?
We left here about 9:30.
Yeah. We were down at Old Time Restaurant for breakfast. Got down about 7:30. It was raining at that time. And then by probably about 8 o'clock, maybe 8:15, that's when the transition came through. And then it was really snowing down there on the square.
I have a weather question for you.
Okay.
See how good
Here
you really
we go.
are. At what temperature is Fahrenheit and Celsius the same?
Oh, I used to know this. I don't remember.
Think about it while you're doing your weather, and we'll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At what temperature is Fahrenheit and Celsius the same?
Yeah.
Free breakfast at Old Time if you get it right.
Boy, that's worth a good
I
answer.
hear you.
I got to get this right because I'm ready for
The
breakfast.
text messages will be coming in.
Anyway, I need to tell you about Brewed Awakening Coffee. As you heard in the introduction, we have 3 locations in Mountain Home to serve you. We've got Balmer Boulevard, which at 7:03 is going to get busy for the next hour. Then we have 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness, and of course Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. Check out any of the 3 locations. Brewed Awakening Coffee, of course, best coffee in town. Mike and the staff do a great job. They've got a great product. You will love their coffee. Stop by here at the TV station at 1226 Commerce Drive and have a cup of coffee with us sometime.
Bring your own spoon.
Your own antidote. Read all the warnings on the label. No, my coffee's a bit strong.
It's the only place in town where they serve coffee in a cast iron cup.
It's the only thing that can withstand it.
It is the best coffee in town. These guys don't know what they're talking about.
Well, we're talking about your coffee.
When's the last time you tasted my coffee?
I've never tasted coffee, period.
So you can't say a word about it. My coffee is the best coffee. You need to come down here and have a cup of coffee or stop by Brewed Awakening. 3 locations in Mountain Home to serve you.
When I walk in the door and I start rubbing my eyes immediately, it's got nothing to do with allergies because there are none outside.
Anyway, be sure to check out any of the 3 locations. Brewed Awakening Coffee. Not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water.
And if you're paying the price of the... No, never mind.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, and across the state. 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. And so, a family-owned and operated business. They are the utmost in professional dignity, respect, and caring people across the state of Arkansas. And right here in Mountain Home is the finest example, with Bruce and Charlotte and Brad and everybody there at the staff at Roller Funeral Homes. And take time to pre-plan if you get around to it. we've discussed this, and Bob had a customer says, you need to tell Dale, and that's, that rattled my cage a little bit, like, they're right. Sometimes it's an emergency, it's unexpected. Sometimes we're thinking, well, down the road, maybe it's just kind of like kicking that can down the road. Well, it's time to pick it up and do something with it. So anyway, Roller Funeral Homes.
And I would probably say that if you have a pre-planned funeral elsewhere and you've moved into our area, you probably should go by and see Roller and let them talk to you about what needs to happen with that.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
Well, I'm from St. Louis. You moved in from Chicago. He was Oklahoma. We got people from all over the country, so that's a good idea. So check it out with, Brad or Bruce or Charlotte. Anyone will help you down there. So give them a call. Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home. They bring you morning prayer each and every day, so I'll not pause. Oh, we have a phone call.
It's the bat phone.
Go ahead and do your morning prayer.
Let's pause for the morning prayer. Well, Heavenly Father, here we are 21 days into the new year of 2019. Makes me think of what is to happen this year. But life goes on, people pass away, young people get married, raise a family. Our regular routine sometimes causes us to get in a rut. Lord, for those retired living here, help them find new ways to share their experiences and knowledge. Our younger generation really needs to hear from these people and how things were in past days. For our young families, grant them an economy that allows young families to grow and to prosper, to own a home or to own a farm or to pursue their dreams. Lord, we're thankful for the blessings. I just want to say thank you, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing morning prayer each and every day. Roller Funeral Home right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, with all our respect.
We got an answer. Out of all that was the phone call.
That was an answer to the question.
I tried to get his name, but he got off before I got his name. So
I'll take the free breakfast.
Well, do you want to know the answer?
Well, yeah.
What would be your guess?
Let's see, 0, 32 based on 100.
Carry the 4, square root of 9 is 3.
Let me think. 65 degrees.
Oh, no.
Above or below?
Well, let's see. 0 centigrade Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. 212 is 100.
We'll be here all day. The way he does math. Negative 40.
I don't remember.
Negative 40.
Minus 40.
Is it minus 40?
Minus 40.
Minus 40.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Get a phone call on it, but sorry, I hope I didn't mess up the morning prayer.
Yeah, but let me tell you, minus 40?
Either way, it's cold.
I don't care if you're talking centigrade or Celsius or Fahrenheit, it's cold.
Once you hit minus anything on temperature, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I heard that.
It doesn't matter negative what anymore. It's just negative, I'm out.
It's just a negative thought.
What's your temperature? We don't have one. I'm out.
It's below any temperature at all. You going to do that trumpet today?
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh, not bad.
Well, that was pretty terrible.
A little WD-40, it won't hurt.
Or goose.
Morning weather brought by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home.
Goose grease.
There you go.
Old Time Restaurant, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m. Best breakfast, best lunch in town.
There you go.
And
for breakfast, you know what day Monday is.
Oh, yeah.
You?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bob, do you know what?
If I had to guess, I'd say it's chicken fried steak day.
Mondays are chicken fried steak days. We got chicken fried steak, eggs, hash browns, biscuit and gravy or toast for $6.88. Or for lunch, you got
Meatloaf.
chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak.
It's chicken fried steak day, Bob.
Day, not hour.
2 sides of roller cornbread, also $6.88. Can't beat it. Go in and give Amanda a hard time and tell him Bob sent you.
Yep.
Bob told you to give her a hard time, so.
There you go. Morning weather, but Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast. We were down there. Got there and I was there about 7:20, 7:25. It was raining pretty good about that time Saturday morning, and then, like I said, about 8:15, the snow started coming down, and it was real pretty down on the square. So a lot of fun. Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home brings the morning weather each and every day. Right now we are at 19 degrees. I've got one saying 18 and one saying 19, so I'm going to say we're at 19. It's warmer. 19 in Mountain Home, 20 at Harrison, 23 at Hardy, 21 at Mountain View, 19 at Yellville, 21 at Marshall, 19 at Calico Rock, 13 in St. Louis, 22 at Poplar Bluff, Branson at 19, West Plains at 16, 13 to 1,400 miles north-northwest of here at Watford City, North Dakota. It's 10 degrees, so it's cold anywhere we go.
But the important part of all that you're not saying is it's 19 degrees feels like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. With that cold. Anyway, on the radar, not much going on. We have showers in the western part of the country and up in the plains area of Montana and north South Dakota, a little bit in Iowa and Minnesota, a little bit going on in Utah, Idaho, and places like that. But basically, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri is basically clear of any precip. Even the state of Illinois, not much going on. And then east of the Mississippi is in pretty good shape. We'll hit the Little Rock stop and see if there's any surprises if it loads. Ha ha ha! There you go. All highways in Arkansas are clear at this time. 62, 412 east and west, Highway 65 north, south, Branson, Little Rock, and 67, 167 Batesville, Poplar Bluff. Highway 63 West Plains of Jonesboro in good shape as well. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas look good as well. And so just if you're traveling, just take some extra precautions in case something breaks down, and so you've got a little bit of security, blanket, flashlights, make sure the cell phone stays charged. I am picking up a little bit just around Quincy, Illinois, and then east, just south of Macomb, Illinois. And so that wasn't showing up on the national radar. These showers are very, very small in nature, probably just a little bit of snow up there. Around the St. Louis region, Columbia, Missouri, I-70 east over to Vandalia and Effingham, Illinois looks good. Lebanon, Rolla, St. Louis on I-44, then east on Interstate 64 from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in good shape. You see I-55 coming in from Sikeston, Cape Girardeau, past Farmington, on into St. Louis as well. Southwest Missouri, we'll check it real quick. It'll pick up places in Oklahoma as well. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, looks like it's in good shape. See, I'm picking up, look at that. I'm picking up a little bit around the Fort Smith area right there on I-40. Don't know if that's actually hitting the ground, but I am picking up a little bit of reflectivity there around the Fort Smith area. So, and we'll get to that forecast first. I want to bring this up if it still pops in. Well, I'm going to take a look at this. This is the forecast map. This is winter weather advisory from Iowa back into Kansas, Nebraska, all the way back into Nevada. This affects places like southern Wisconsin, southern Minnesota. Thank goodness it's north of us, Thank goodness it's north of us. On this day in history, January 21st and 22nd, 1999, the largest tornado outbreak in recorded Arkansas history occurred. 56 tornadoes were spawned over a 2-day period, killing 8 people. At least 8 tornadoes were rated F3, with the strongest tornado rated F4 in Clay County, which is Corning, Arkansas area. Boy, anyway, glad that's behind us too, 20 years ago. Forecast-wise, today mostly sunny, a high of 36, tonight a low of 34, so it's just going to stay right where it's at basically once it gets to 36. Then tomorrow, get a load of this, a high of 50 degrees tomorrow.
I'll take it.
I'll take it, you bet. Then that comes in with a 30 to a 70% chance of showers from Monday night into Tuesday morning. It's about a 30% chance, and during the day a 70% chance, changing to a 20% chance of rain, then light chance of snow or sleet. Wednesday mostly sunny with a high of 37, Wednesday night low of 27, Thursday high of 46, 20% chance of rain or snow, partly cloudy, low of 16, Friday high of 32. It's going to be cold this week. It's going to be a cold week. See if there's any. Nope, it's just going to be cold for the rest of the month, it looks like. Checking the drought monitor in Arkansas, everything is good, and don't see that very often, but we're in good shape there as well as the state of Missouri. iDrive Arkansas, checking road conditions. There's nothing showing up on it right now. I'm going to hit this winter weather, see if there's anything. Nothing showing up in Arkansas, but Missouri has...
You actually got to click on... Go back.
Yeah.
Go back to the other one.
Yeah.
You got to click on that and click one of the icons. What does it
road
say?
Conditions or
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
you got to pick one of those.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
Now it's showing you all the roads conditions. Before it had just had the
had the interstates.
Yeah.
Looks like we're in good shape in Arkansas. Everything's green, which is
except
clear.
Batesville. Batesville's got a road.
Well, that's Highway 69 pipe. They have a culvert failure on Highway 69. And it's just a short distance. They've been working on that. A culvert has failed that requires closure of this section of State Highway 69B at Harrison Street. And so they've been working on it for
which is downtown Batesville.
Downtown Batesville, yeah. State of Missouri, we've got some, let's see, Interstate 55, partly covered to partly clear. Some parts are covered on Highway 61. You can see the blue areas here partly covered. Light blue up here is mostly clear in the northern part of Missouri. And
is that West Plains down there that's got partially covered?
Mostly clear, it says. So that's probably about 80% clear. You're going to have some patchy stuff on 160, 63, and Highway 60 at the Willow Springs Junction there.
I'll be darned.
Yep. Morning weather is brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Right?
There you go. Come on down. Give Amanda a hard time. Tell him Bob told her.
She must not be watching today because he can get by with this. Community Counter brought to you by Affordable Housing, 870-741-2883. Affordable Housing in Harrison, Arkansas. We have got the Mountain Home High School French Club will have a chili supper to raise funds for the summer 2020 trip to Quebec. This takes place on Friday, February 22nd, so we can have a month and a day to plan for this. This is going to be at Century 21 Lemac Real Estate Office across from McDonald's. $5 for a bowl of chili, dessert, and a bottle of water. It's a great time, and these kids will be going up to Montreal, Quebec in summer of 2020.
My daughter did that trip.
Oh, how was it?
She loved it.
Yeah.
She loved it.
What did they do up there?
They went around. The whole time you're there, your day is packed. She said, sleep, you get very little of, because they run you here and there all day long, and then you eat late, and you go to bed, and you get up early, and you hit the road
do it all again, huh?
She said, but she had a lot of fun, and the guides and stuff, they said, are just amazing.
And then registration for Mountain Home Parks and Recreation Youth Basketball League, Recreational League, grades K-6 will be taking place, LC Salmons Youth Center. Kindergarten, co-ed, 1 and 1st, 2nd, all the way through 6th grade. Registration fee is $45 with a $5 multi-child discount. Games begin March through April. Call 424-7275. And then the area-wide sports registration for...
It's on the 9th and...
Let me see. Be the 2nd and the 9th.
2nd and the 9th?
Yeah, February 2nd and the 9th at the LC Salmons Youth Center from 9 to noon, both Saturdays. That's for tennis and swimming and baseball and softball and all the stuff that's going to be taking place throughout the year. So call the Youth Center at 424-7275. You guys got anything, Community Counter, Scooter?
No, most of mine sports related, and I'll talk when we get into sports later.
All right.
Bob.
7:17, we need to take a break and then talk a little sports.
Sure.
All right, be right back.
The best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area? Then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran's stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
7:20, time for sports.
It's Monday. What a sorry excuse for playoffs.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, gosh, you ain't kidding.
Oh, my goodness.
It was a grueling day of NFL football yesterday.
You want my opinion? The TV networks got what they want. They got the LA audience. They got the New England audience. You don't want New Orleans and Kansas City in there because you can't sell much. That's my opinion. I just think especially after that New Orleans missed call, and come on.
Well, you have a blatant helmet-to-helmet, right?
Yep.
Forget about the pass interference. If you want to forget the pass interference, that's fine.
You still got that helmet-to-helmet.
But what about the helmet-to-helmet?
No flag.
It's no flag. 2 penalties, 1 call, no flag. And then you get Brady in the night game brushed by an elbow across his face mask, and it's roughing the quarterback. Come on.
They want New England and LA because it's bigger markets than TV. It's all about the money, guys. It's all about the money.
What's funny is you can hear the announcers, seeing it right there and talking about the penalties, and they're not calling. And they're like, they didn't call that one. It was obvious, and they didn't call it.
I've watched NFL football since I can remember, at least 50 years. I've never seen such sorry officiating in the NFL, period. Have you?
What are you going to say?
It's getting worse and worse and worse. It has nothing to do with who's playing in the Super Bowl. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Go back to the regular season games. It's the sorriest group of officiating that we've had ever in the NFL. Is it that they don't get enough attention or what? I don't understand.
What about the sudden death?
Well, that's where I was headed next.
How long? 7 minutes on the clock and let them play 7 minutes in an OT.
Yeah. How long are they going to? Their overtime is just ridiculous. A flip of the coin won that game last night. Mm-hmm. It was not the best team that won the game.
Nope.
It was the luck of the flip.
Yep. Was that on the KC New England game?
Yeah.
I don't know. Here goes Brady again,
The way the outcome of the Saints game was, short of that penalty, the coin toss really didn't have anything to do with it.
True.
Right?
Sure, it didn't.
They just didn't play right. They just blew it out. But, it was the Brady Bowl.
It'll
be the Brady Bowl.
Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
It would have been different. It would have been all right. But it's just screwy. So anyway,
but then there's people. We talk about New England and Brady, and then people talk about Nick Saban in Alabama. There's a lot of folks for Clemson, but then again, they're looking at you've got the Southeast playing for the national championship. I think it was just sometime in November, I was just flipping through the channels and I saw University of Montana. When's the last time you watched the University of Montana play football?
I don't guess I ever have.
I was about to say,
it's a different world up there in football. Mm-hmm. It's nothing like being at Alabama or Arkansas or Texas or Florida State or an Auburn game or Georgia. It's totally, the whole persona on TV was different. Now, I don't think they were playing Idaho something or Washington, but just a whole different world. University of Montana. They had their own little network up there. But it was interesting.
High school Bombers went to, where'd they go Friday?
The wrestling team?
Yeah, let's talk wrestling team real quick.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
They went Saturday.
I didn't know. You just said Mountain Home Bombers, and I didn't know what you were going with.
I'm trying to remember who the basketball team played on Friday.
There's not much to say about the wrestling. We ended up
Nettleton. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the basketball teams, both of them got beat Friday night. They went to Nettleton and took a lashing. The wrestling team went to Bearville on Saturday, got snowed out, so they cut that tournament short.
We got called back on Saturday, which is understandable once the roads get that bad and worried about the freezing and stuff like that. So we
had a tri-meet here on Thursday.
Yep.
What day?
Thursday.
So it didn't fare well for the Bomber wrestling team.
Yeah, we struggled a little bit in this one, and we've got to keep in mind the one thing that we've got a young team this year. We do. And I think I've mentioned this before. We only had 2 returning varsity spots from last year. So we do have a young team. They've come a long ways, and, we're building for the future. It was a little bit tough on that tournament. Like you look at any of them, we could have done better here and better there, but it's a learning process. And
a lot of people don't understand, basketball is a nonstop sport, and football is a nonstop sport. And, you've got baseball that you're active quite a bit of the time, and softball and such. Wrestling, you're 6 minutes, pretty much nonstop. There's no break in between periods.
Nope.
And
that's a long 6 minutes.
It's a long 6 minutes.
That's a long 6 minutes.
And you go to wrestling, some of them guys will wrestle 2 and 3 matches a night. And you wrestle on Thursday and you turn around and wrestle on Saturday. Your body doesn't have a whole lot of time to regroup. Not making excuses, just stating the fact that it's a tough sport. It really is.
That's where conditioning pays in, how intense the conditionings and stuff have to be for that right there. I mean, you go to some of these tournaments, like the one if we didn't get snowed out, some of them kids would have seen 5 matches that day.
Yeah.
Tuesday night. 30 minutes on the mat.
What's that?
30 minutes on the mat total?
If they go to the end, yeah.
Yeah.
If they run to the end. Tuesday night, they're hosting.
Well, it was supposed to be over at Maumelle, and they couldn't host it, so we moved it over here. I'm not sure what all teams are coming.
It's going to be at the junior high.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it should be good. It's a tri-meet, so I know that I believe Jonesboro's coming back down, and I'm not sure what other teams are coming.
Well, if Jonesboro's coming, we won't wrestle them. Coach Alexander said that Jonesboro will wrestle on the 31st.
Yeah.
So it's just because they're coming, that doesn't mean that they'll wrestle against the Bombers. They'll wrestle some of the other teams that are coming.
But it should be another good, entertaining match, and we'll be at, like you said, at the junior high. So encourage everybody to come out and watch.
What time does it start? 5:30.
Yeah, that's what we ran the last one. Let me see what schedule's showing on this one. Of course, we get another phone call. There's no doubt.
Rang more today than it's rang since we've been sitting.
2 calls. Wow.
It's showing 5 p.m., but I don't think they're going to start that early.
You might want to catch that.
Yeah, I'll catch that. You go ahead, Bob.
So, it just kind of throws you off, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah. 2 calls in one day. Did you watch any golf on NBC yesterday?
No.
You ever watch golf?
No.
Yeah,
it's like watching paint dry.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it's just kind of like watching paint dry. It's not something that's that exciting. So, tennis is hard to watch. Golf's a little bit hard to watch.
Yeah. Some of those shots in golf though are pretty interesting. They get some pretty good angles with those cameras. But I mean, like if you're trying to putt in the middle of that, I mean, how they read the green and everything. I thought it was interesting. I watched a few minutes of golf. It's pretty interesting. So.
Anytime after 8.
So your pick on the Super Bowl?
I won't be watching halftime.
Yeah, well, I don't care about that stuff.
Usually that's what I like to watch is halftime. I won't be watching the halftime.
Really?
So, yeah.
You know, I mean, halftime shows are fine, but if I'm going to watch football, I want to watch football, you know.
All right, got another phone call out of the way. I don't know what's going on this morning. I've got to have to just turn that system off, I guess, between 7 and 8 or something.
And he gets on to me for not silencing my phone.
Usually we don't have to worry about the company phone at this time of the morning, but nevertheless.
Who's your pick for Super Bowl, Scooter? Since the Aints ain't there.
Unfortunately, I think Brady's probably going to pull it off.
Yeah.
You too?
I mean, my Saints were my pick, so they're gone.
KC was my pick. I was hoping for KC New Orleans. I thought that'd been a good matchup. Keeping the Midwest, but ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be East Coast, West Coast.
I will just go with the Rams just because I don't like Brady.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
he is too much for prima donna.
Will he go down as the best quarterback ever?
That's his hope. I don't know.
I
don't know.
He's a good quarterback, but I guarantee you with a few rule changes, he wouldn't be as good as he is. Let's go to a break. We'll come back with the Lady Bomber softball coach, Shelby Anderson, and we're going to talk about, believe it or not, Dale, softball is just around the corner.
Let's bring it on.
So take us to break.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
We're back with Coach Shelby Anderson, the Lady Bomber softball coach, and believe it or not, folks, she'll tell you exactly. Tell us, Coach, when does softball season start?
First pitch is 35 days, 8 hours, and 56 minutes.
And 57 seconds at this moment. Subject to change.
That is wrong.
Are you excited?
I am excited. It keeps me up at night. Or I'll wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, what are we going to do in practice today? We got to get better. We're 35 days away. What are we going to do?
How long have you been practicing?
Well, I have quite a few athletes who are only one-sporters, so we were able to kind of start in October after I got out of volleyball. We had 14 kids who are not in another sport, so we were going 3 to 4 days a week. At the end of October, November, December, had a few dates that we opened up the gym over Christmas break, and we've been going 5 days a week since we got back January 3rd. So
now, do you use the facility up on Wade Street, or is that strictly baseball?
Yes. No, Coach Carver and I, we do a really good job of communicating, trying to split it. He's been spending a lot of time in the weight room directly after school, so we'll go up there and we'll get started, we'll get our swings in, and then we'll move downstairs so that they can come in and they can get their swings in, and then we kind of flip-flop
Y'all
if
bus
we
back
need
and
to.
forth or make them run?
No, I actually have quite a few kids who drive. I do have a couple kids who ride the bus too, so that's always an option. But most of them drive or they find a ride up there. So a lot of them don't like riding the bus, but there's nothing wrong with it.
When I played junior high ball, at the old BB Foster Field, which is where Pinkston is now, for you guys that don't know. After our junior high season was over, a handful of us went and played with the high school. Well, the only way we could get there, because they weren't going to put us on a bus for 5 or 6 of us, is we had to run. And if we weren't there by a certain time, we had to run back because they wouldn't let us practice with them. So we had to make it at a certain time. It was lots of fun.
That's really good conditioning.
It was. Yeah, it really was. Yeah. But by the time you get over there, you're so tired you don't do that.
How'd you carry your equipment?
You had to wear it.
Oh. Running like a weird kid with a backpack on?
Yeah, you had to be dressed when you got there. So you had to wear your football gear and then turn around and go back to undressed at the other, because you couldn't carry your dress clothes. Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, tell me about your team this year. What you got?
Well, we're young. We're definitely young. 4 freshmen, 13 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 2 seniors.
Who's your seniors?
We have Peyton Husky and Chassie Whitlow.
Did all your seniors from or your juniors from last year come back, or some of them just decided not to play?
We had one who decided that she needed to work a few more hours to get ready for college, so she's now in a manager's position. We have Tabby Schweitzer. She's now a senior manager, and then we have Chassie and Peyton. So we had one who decided that she also needed to work a little bit more and be involved in a few other things, and that her heart really wasn't in it. So we lost one, but 3 out of the 4 is not bad going into senior year. So
tell us about your juniors.
It is what it is. We have a junior in Bella Bevel. She is currently in swim. She also runs cross country. Bella is one of those,
don't have to worry about her being in shape.
No, she's going to be in great shape. But if Mountain Home offers it, Bella Bevel's probably going to be participating in it. She works really hard, and then she gets some swings in during weight training when she can. We try to stay away from her during swim season, but I can already tell she's kind of foaming at the mouth. She's looking forward to it. But we also have a new junior this year in Michaela Carlton. She moved in from Whitehall. We're just trying to get her healthy right now. I had her in weight training, and we were hitting it hard one day, and then she irritated her knee. So we're having some knee issues right now with her. So maybe we can get her healthy, by the time season rolls around. But we still have 35 days and 46 minutes, and so maybe we can get her healthy by the time season starts. So
what is the first day? 35 days is what day?
Well, we're going February 26th. We were going to start February 25th against Prairie Grove with a benefit game, but Prairie Grove had a scheduling conflict that day, so maybe we could pick them up later in the season if we need to. But we're going to open up at home against Springdale at 4:30, February 26th.
On the 26th.
Tuesday night?
Yes, on a Tuesday night.
You announcing that I'm scoreboarding?
Well, I believe.
Lord, I hope so. I don't have anybody else lined up.
13 sophomores.
13 sophomores, and this was our very large class of freshmen last year. We were extremely young last year. Of course, we had a good group of seniors, in Mally Tabor and, that group, and they moved on out, but we've got Tori Robb and Addison Yates and Lauren Loving, Emily Payne, Josie Kelly, Gabby Ramirez, Gracie Uchman, Reagan Hasselwonder, Tori Ross, Maddie Belk, Kinsey Rayleigh, Mallory Piersky, Marcy Cudworth, and I hope that I mentioned everybody. But
and those girls are all sophomores.
They are all sophomores. And it's a talented group of sophomores, and we've got a talented group of kids too. We're still a little bit young.
Is this group of sophomores the group of girls that went to the World Series with the league play?
With the Diamonds, part of them
the
are.
Diamonds, okay.
Yes, with the Diamonds. That was a few younger ones, I think, or maybe some out-of-town kids. I'm not really sure who all was on David's roster when they went, but a large chunk of them did go to the World Series. I think that was Tori Robb and Mallory Piersky and Kinsey Rayleigh and Maddie Belk, let's see, who else was on that team?
Of course, David's daughter.
Gabby Ramirez. Yes, David's daughter, Mallory.
Does she
was on that team. She's been practicing with us. What grade is she in? She's an 8th grader. So I gave the opportunity if any of those 8th graders wanted to, they could come and practice with us if they wanted to. But Mallory's worked her butt off. I mean, anytime we've been in the weight room, she's been in the weight room. Anytime we've done conditioning, she's done conditioning. So she's actually going to be a manager for us this year instead of, just practicing and then leaving us.
Yeah, because you can't take away the eligibility. The
Nope.
eligibility factor really hurts because there's, like Scott's son is a tremendous wrestler. And he can compete in the high school level right now. But if you allow him to, then he loses eligibility, and that's not a good plan.
No, I need her to marinate and mature one more year. But we also have our academy that we have, our junior high team. So she's going to practice with us, and then here pretty soon she's going to kind of switch roles and roll full-time into our junior high team, our academy team. So that is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be playing their own type of league with teams like Viola and Salem and Calico Rock, maybe Cave. I should have written that down before I came. But some local teams, they're going to come up a couple times a week, and they're going to play.
As local as we can get,
What?
As local as we can get.
Yes, as local as we can get around here. But they're going to come up to Mountain Home a couple nights a week, and they're going to play a few double headers, structure it.
This is what they're calling the Academy League.
Yeah.
It's a 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Oh, wow. Fun.
So.
Yep. And I think some other schools, it's not sanctioned by AAA, so there's a lot of freedom in it. We have a large group of 6th graders that we want in it. Some 7th graders are pretty talented. We've got a good class of 8th graders, and we have enough participation. I think we're going to be able to have 2 junior high teams. So we're going to have 2 teams in that league who are all going to be getting playing time. So I think that's
awesome.
really going to help us coming in.
Does this keep them from playing the City League?
We tried to structure it where it's not keeping them. If they choose to go play that City League, then heck yeah, go play the City League.
Can they play both?
I think so, because we're trying to schedule the games at Keller that are on non-conflicting nights. So, I mean, they could be playing softball 4 nights a week, I guess, if they wanted to.
Well, they've got 3 or 4 fields at Keller now?
3.
3 fields?
We have 4 fields, actually.
Is it 4?
Is there 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's plenty of fields to play on, that's for sure.
Yes. Yeah. We're just trying to get as many kids, in it as we can. But we've got that junior high team set up where they're kind of mirroring what we do. So they're not going to be surprised when they come in and we're doing a different drill than what their league team is doing, or they're doing a different drill than what their dad's team is doing. No offense to any parents.
Who's coaching that academy league?
David Drury, Kurt and David Drury are coaching it. So we may need another coach if we have 2 teams. So that's the plan. But right now, David's kind of ramrodding the whole thing.
But he'll still do his diamond team also in the summer, right?
As far as I know. I haven't asked him. It's a great question.
I have to get him back on here.
David, I may need to call you.
He's hearing you. Scooter, take us to a quick break. We'll come back with Coach Shelby Anderson, talk a little more Lady Bomber softball.
Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
So, you don't want to talk about the... Okay, we won't do that. I won't do that to you.
Please don't.
How's your facilities? Good? Everything's up and running?
Facilities are a blessing. They are a blessing. We have had, and I wish I would have kept count, but we've probably been outside since January 3rd, 10 or 11 days.
It's pretty good for the middle of winter.
Pretty good for the middle of winter. You know, you can't really ask for much more. It would rain. You know, we've had so much rain lately. If we didn't have that turf field, there's no way that we would be able to get outside. I think baseball's been able to get outside a few days. Of course, they have a grass outfield, and they're trying their best to take care of it. You know, you want to stay off of it, but you want to get outside too. But they have dirt mounds and dirt bullpens. So I've seen them, you know, trekking through the mud with nasty shoes, and I'm so thankful that we do not have to mess with that. You know, about the only thing we have to do is about once a month we have to go through and broom it, you know, fluff the pebbles back up.
Any changes in your staff this year?
Well, we have Shelby Upshaw, Bobby Bevel, and Jim Anderson is making a comeback as a volunteer assistant. Jim. Big Jim's coming back. So,
well, I bet he's excited.
He is excited. And, you know, we had a team get together one night, and the kids were kind of telling what they were thankful for. And my biggest thing that I was thankful for that, you know, Big Jim, or my dad, you know, he's able to come back with me as a coach when he was there with us 4 years when I was in high school. He was there through all 4 of our conference championships, both of our state championships, you know, all 4 of our state runs that we went through. He was there through all of it.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to kind of bring that back in and bring that piece back.
You have to certify. You have to be certified through AAA.
Through AAA, you do.
Yeah.
Yep. He had to take some tests. Oh man, he hates it.
I was going to say.
He hates it. But he's had to go through some tests and, of course, some background checks. You got to make sure, you know, he's not hiding anything.
He is who he is.
Yep, he is who he is. You have to verify it.
Well, I can tell you one thing about Big Jim Anderson. He is Big Jim Anderson. He is who he is. Knowing the man since he was in high school, he ain't changed a lick.
No, probably not. No. Probably not. But he's getting to come back.
And I'm going to tell you right now, when you come back during the season, he'll have to come with you.
Yeah.
I'll call him and I'll set him up. I'll give him a couple weeks' notice.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. He'll probably say, "Well, I'm working. I gotta go. I gotta go to work." So he works
boss.
Really hard.
I know his boss.
Oh, really? You're gonna pull some strings?
We'll
he can't get out of that one.
Yep, we'll get him here.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yep,
that'd be
in
awesome.
good shape.
You know, you may have to allot an hour for him if you're gonna bring him on, though. He talks. He'll talk to you. He's our mental guy. He does all of the get in your head and make you think about it. So
it'd be a good ad. What's your brother doing?
He is living in Oklahoma. He's trying to finish up his degree. He's going to graduate in May.
Is he doing any sports?
He played baseball for 3 years at Northwestern Oklahoma State University. He followed me out there. That was where I went to college. So it was really cool. It was my senior year and his freshman year. We were both at the same school. I was playing softball. He was playing baseball. So that was kind of a bittersweet moment. But he decided that he was ready to go to work. He wanted to focus on his degree. If he was going to graduate on time, I think he had to take 18 hours last fall. So he was loaded down. But as a catcher, took a beating. He's just tired. Knees are hurting, shoulders hurting. He was like, my degree and my job, my career, I want to do an internship. This is what I want to do. So he stepped back his senior year, and he's working his butt off and working on his degree. So that's what he's doing. Pretty proud of him.
Good.
Yep.
Good. All right. Tell us about the league, the district, the conference that you're in now.
Whew, what a mess. We are in a 5-6A blended conference. In our conference, we have Paragould, West Memphis, Jonesboro, Greene County Tech, Searcy, Marion, and Nettleton. And it is a good one to be in.
What do you hear about them?
It is a good one. Paragould, their girls sports usually pretty tough. I know softball, they have a lot of pride in their softball program over there. So pretty sure they feed them corn because they're pretty huge. There's some big kids.
Big corn-fed gals.
Big corn-fed gals over there in the flatlands.
We'll get a phone call on that one.
Well, since we're lucky that we pretty much stop at Salem, we're all right. But there is the old internet, yeah.
Yep.
That's Shelby Anderson,
yep,
Anderson.
They hit the ball hard over there. There's some big kids over there at Paragould. So we can expect a fight when we go over there. West Memphis, you never really know what you're going to get with West Memphis. They've been down the last few years, but they are one moving away from figuring it out. So you never really know until they get started. And then in Jonesboro, I'm pretty sure everybody they had on their team last year is back. I don't know that they graduated anybody, if I'm correct. But they have a pretty good little pitcher. She's about taller than I am, long, lanky, and throws it hard. So we're going to have to really prepare going into Jonesboro. That'll be a really good game. But we have them at our place this year, so I'm looking forward to that.
Is Coach Friend still the coach at Springdale?
She is not. She moved into a different role over there at Springdale, and it is Trudy. I can't think of her last name. Ask me later when I leave here, and I'll be able to tell you. But they have a new coach over there at Springdale, so I'm interested to see what's going to come out of Springdale. Because they're not bad. They weren't bad last year. They were just missing a few pieces, and we always see them really early in the season. So you really never know what you're going to get with Springdale. Greene County Tech. Greene County Tech's one of those things, just like Paragould. Usually their girls program is one of the better ones. They always produce good ball players. They're always going to compete. They're always going to fight. So Greene County Tech, that's going to have to be another good game, and we go to Greene County Tech. So we're going to have to really lock in going to Greene County Tech. Searcy's pitcher has committed to Harding. I don't know if you remember, but back in my day, we had Amber Rollins. I don't know if you remember that name. A really good little pitcher, spun it really well. Well, Amber Rollins is her pitching coach. So you're getting another view of Amber Rollins 2.0 coming back in. We didn't get to see her last year. She was hurt. She jammed her finger the week before we got there, so we didn't see her at all last year. So this will be the first year that we see her and see the spin, see the movement. So I'm really looking forward to going to Searcy, kind of getting a hold of that one, because we always battled against Amber Rollins when I was in high school. So getting her protege would be great. Coming for you.
Yeah. Wait, gunning.
Marion. We have Marion at home. We did not play very well at all against Marion. Marion was very frustrating at Marion. We had ducks on the pond probably every single inning against Marion and just could not push anything across. Couldn't. and then it looked like we hadn't played defense ever in our lives. So Marion was very frustrating last year. We should have won both of those games, but we kind of flopped at Marion last year. So I've got a game plan for Marion this year, and I'm looking forward to playing them for sure. They have some different pitching. It's very off-speed, has a good little loop in it. Throws a lot of just change up, a lot of bite, a lot of short stuff, doesn't throw very hard. We don't see a lot of that in our conference. And then you go to Marion and both of the girls are like, everything just dies. So it's really frustrating for our kids, but we've got a plan for that one.
Good.
Got a plan for that one. So we're looking forward to playing Marion. And Nettleton, in the past, not a bad softball team. I think they've been down just a little bit over the last couple years, but again, they're one of those teams, they're one moving away from blowing your socks off. So, you just have to kind of wait and see, let everybody get rolling, see who they play early, and then kind of gauge it from there. Everybody in our conference, you can't take them lightly. You can't. And we do not have a district tournament this year.
Really?
We do not. 4A and down are playing a district tournament. Everybody else, 5A and up, they do not have a district tournament. So
everybody goes to state?
Nope, only 4.
Just
only
the
top four. So we have to win. We have to win our conference games throughout the season. It's not. You can kind of peak. It's not like you can kind of just battle your way through and then peak at the district tournament. And peak going into state.
You got to win them along the way.
You have to. I mean, it is a marathon. So you're going to have to win them along the way. And because we travel so far, especially because nobody wants to come to Mountain Home, we play varsity doubleheaders. So you have to have hopefully 2 decent pitchers, or one pitcher who's conditioned to throw 14 innings in one night and battle through 14 innings. Which both of our, all of our pitchers are sophomores. So we're young. But we've got a couple good ones. But we're going to have to take care of business through those conference games throughout the year so that we can even make it to the state tournament because we're only taking the top 4.
You'll be ready.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming.
No problem.
We got to shift gears, go back to wrestling for a minute. Scooter.
Woohoo!
Talk to me about youth wrestling.
The Flyers went to Willard in what was a huge tournament, whether or not the kids showed up for it. But we actually stepped up. The Flyers did really well. We had 2 first-place medalists, Malcolm Douglas, which is 6 and under 50 pounds, Austin Callies, which is 14 and under 125 pounds. Second place, we had quite a few. We had Max Smith, Steven Sturgis, Kalen Fraunfelter, Michael Davis, Damian Pendergrass, and Shane Rowden. Third place, we had 2 finishers, Brody King and Hayden Walters. And in fourth place, we had Elijah Lag. So that was a really good tournament. That was an open tournament. And then on Sunday, they had a novice tournament there at Willard.
Strictly beginners.
Some of our newer kids. You got to have wrestled 2 years or under. And we had... let's see, finishing first was Max Smith. He finished first in that tournament. Peyton Smith finished second, and Malcolm Douglas finished fourth.
Sweet.
So we had a very, especially on the youth side, a very busy wrestling weekend. So it was good.
I mentioned this real quick. This just popped up from Channel 8 in Jonesboro, a 6:59 a.m. news release. Arkansas State Red Wolves head coach Blake Anderson announced this morning that his wife has been taken to the hospital. Her cancer has spread to the brain, and she's in a lot of pain. He posted at 5:22 this morning. She was taken by ambulance to the ER. She's in the intensive care, so prayers go out to Coach Blake Anderson, Arkansas State University's head football coach, and his wife. They've been married 26 years.
26 years. What do you think? What do you think? Ready for the first game?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
How long now?
35 days.
We are 8 hours and 30 minutes.
35 days,
35
8 hours
days,
and 30 minutes,
8
and 37 seconds.
No, but
Subject to change.
I'm just, I'm not wishing away practice days at all, because we need those practice days. But the kids are kind of starting to figure it out. You know, it's just been a matter of trying to get them outside the box. It's like they've been put in this box for so long, you know, and they're just trying to get them to break out and,
unwrap that Christmas gift.
Yeah, unwrap the gift. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, you're knocking on the door. You're knocking on the door. Just believe in yourself enough to break through the door. You know, if we could ever get them to break through that door, we've got a talented little team, you know, being young, and we've got a talented group of freshmen too, you know, and we're going to have to lean on them a little bit. So, well,
we're going to have you come back.
All right, bring it on.
Maybe we'll come back the week before season starts.
All right.
All right.
I'll be able to tell you more then.
Gotta go. Coach, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye.